more about what we know regarding Ukraine using the U.S.-made ATACMS missiles and what the potential targets were.
Yeah, we know only what the Russian Ministry of Defense is telling us, which is about 3:25 a.m. local time. 6 missiles, they say, were fired at a military facility in Bryansk. That's another region on the border area, not far away from Kursk, which currently has a significant Ukrainian military presence inside of it. Now, the Russians claim that they took out 5 of those 6. We've heard that in the past, that they have claimed to significantly prevented Ukrainian air assaults. But the significance here, of course, is that nobody appears to be wasting any time in getting this permission from the Biden administration into the battlefield, possibly because it is possible that when President Donald Trump takes office in January the 20th, he may reverse the frankly unexpected but long in the mind of Ukraine overdue decision by President Joe Biden at the weekend. It's extraordinary because of the pace here. I'm not sure it's necessarily unexpected to some degree, because we have known that Ukraine have been in possession of ATACMS missiles like this to hit targets inside of occupied areas of Ukraine. And so in theory, I suppose the target list would have already been in their possession, and this simply being a matter of Kiev deciding that they wanted to use this new US permission. But it comes on the 1000th day of a war so full of unexpected moments here. And I think we are now going to have to see whether Ukraine steps forward and officially acknowledges that this indeed was an ATACMS missile launching this particular strike. Just in the last 48 hours, President Volodymyr Zelensky has sort of hedged that, generally saying, look, we're not going to necessarily announce this. Missiles will speak for themselves. Well, certainly that news has indeed emerged. What could Russia's response be? They have been unclear at this particular point, previously warning that if these missiles were fired by Ukraine, supplied as they are by the United States, NATO, the US and Europe, joining the war, becoming a party to the conflict. Putin has not reiterated that himself since this, but indeed his foreign ministry made similar noises. So it's a key moment here, certainly, and it's one important to phrase it here, Amara. We're seeing the Trump presidency loom, the likelihood of negotiations there, European allies maneuvering, showing the fact they're not on the same page, frankly, as Olaf Scholz, the lame duck chancellor of Germany, made a call to the Kremlin head on Friday. That notion of diplomacy is clear and coming down the track. And so I think we're seeing the Biden administration giving this permission to use the ATACMS to potentially complicate the war that President-elect Trump inherits, and I think also give Ukraine a chance on the battlefield to get the upper hand. Remember, they're very worried, the Americans, about North Korean troops and a Russian offensive into that Kursk area where Ukrainian troops are currently occupying part of it.